Welcome back to Muslim Philosophers. Tonight, let us take a slow and peaceful journey through time to the heart of the Islamic world more than 1,000 years ago. As you listen, imagine the soft hum of the road beneath your car, the glow of the evening sky outside your window, and a calm breeze that carries stories of wisdom and faith. This is the story of Imam Ash-Shafi. May Allah have mercy on him, one of the most brilliant scholars in the history of Islam. He was born in Gaza in the year 150 after the Hijrah, the same year that Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, returned to his Lord. From the beginning, it was as if a light of knowledge passed from one great scholar to the next. When Muhammad ibn Idris Ash-Shafi was still a small child, his father passed away, and his mother took him to the city of Makkah. There, surrounded by the Kaaba and the sound of the Quran, he began to learn. His mother came from Yemen, and his father had been from Makkah, though his lineage connected him to the Quraysh, the tribe of the Prophet, peace be upon him. He was poor, but his heart was rich with hope and patience. His mother could not afford paper, so young Ash-Shafi would write lessons on palm leaves, broken pottery, even bones of animals when nothing else was available. He memorized the entire Quran by the age of 7 and the Muwatta of Imam Malik by the age of 10. Those who saw him said he had a gentle voice, a humble smile, and eyes full of thought. One day, his teacher noticed that the boy always arrived early, sitting quietly before class began. When asked why, he said softly, "Okay, I want my heart to settle before I sit with the words of Allah." Even as a child, he understood that knowledge was sacred and that the soul must be calm to receive it. As he grew older, Ash-Shafi'i longed to study with the great Imam Malik ibn Anas in Medina. The journey was long and tiring, but his heart was filled with anticipation. Before he arrived, he memorized every word of Imam Malik's book so that he could recite it by heart. When he finally stood before Imam Malik, he was humble and respectful. The great teacher looked at the young man and said, "My son, knowledge is a light, and the light of Allah is not given to a heart that disobeys him." Ash-Shafi'i lowered his head and said, "I will guard myself from sin, and I will seek this light with sincerity." From that day, Imam Malik took him as a student, and their bond became one of wisdom and love. Ash-Shafi'i's dedication was extraordinary. He listened more than he spoke. He asked questions with respect. He was never quick to argue, and when he did so with fairness and grace. People said that even when he disagreed, he would smile gently and say, "I see your point, but let us look together for what is closer to the truth." After years in Madinah, Ash-Shafi'i traveled again, seeking knowledge across the lands of Yemen, Baghdad, and Egypt. Each city gave him something new, and in each place he shared his learning freely. In Baghdad, he met the students of Imam Abu Hanifa. He admired their logical reasoning and precision in law, and instead of rejecting their ideas outright, he studied them deeply and combined them with the wisdom of Imam Malik's school. From that harmony, he built the foundation of what became the Shafi'i school of thought, one of the 4 great schools of Sunni Islamic jurisprudence still followed today. But beyond his scholarship, what people loved most about Imam Ash-Shafi was his humility. He once said, "I never debated with anyone but that I wished the truth would appear on his tongue, not mine." He never saw learning as a competition. For him, knowledge was a path to please Allah, not to win arguments or gain fame. There is a story that once, after a debate, his opponent became upset and turned away in anger. Later, Imam Ash-Shafi'i went to him, smiled, and said, "Can we not remain brothers even if we disagree on a matter?" The man was so touched that he embraced him and said, "By Allah, I have never seen manners like yours." That was the beauty of his heart. He was firm in knowledge, but soft in spirit. He was also a poet, and his verses carried the fragrance of sincerity. He once wrote, "I complained to my teacher Waki about the weakness of my memory. He told me to leave sin, for knowledge is a light, and the light of Allah is not given to a sinner." These words became famous across the world of learning. They remind every student that purity of heart is the key to lasting knowledge. Imam Ash-Shafi'i also left behind remarkable written works. Among them is al-Risala, one of the earliest and most influential books on the principles of Islamic jurisprudence. In it, he explained how the Quran, Sunnah, consensus, and analogy should guide Muslims in legal matters. His writings showed a deep commitment to clarity, logic, and sincerity in worship, and they have been studied by scholars for centuries. He had a profound love for teaching and believed that knowledge should be shared freely. His students came from all walks of life and all corners of the Islamic world. He encouraged them to travel, to seek learning from multiple teachers, and to approach knowledge with humility and respect. He often reminded them that the purpose of learning was to serve Allah, not to elevate oneself above others. In Egypt, toward the end of his life, Imam Ash-Shafi'i continued to teach and write. Even when he fell ill, he remained patient and grateful. A student once asked him, "How are you feeling today, O Imam?" He replied, "I am journeying from this world, leaving behind my brothers and meeting the deeds I have done. The cup of death is in my hand, and I do not know whether my soul will be taken to paradise or to the fire." And his words were humble, sincere, and filled with awareness of the hereafter. As the evening of his life came close, he looked to the sky and whispered a prayer. He thanked Allah for every moment of knowledge, every student, and every chance to share the truth. He died in the year 204 AH 820 CE in Egypt. When he returned to his Lord, the scholars of the world mourned him deeply, but his light did not fade. It remained in his books, in his students, and in the way Muslims understood their faith for centuries to come. Now, as you listen to this story while the road hums softly beneath you, think of what Imam Ash-Shafi taught. He showed us that learning is not only about the mind, but also about the heart. He taught that humility is strength, that kindness is part of faith, and that true wisdom comes with patience and sincerity. If you are a student, remember that every moment spent learning with the right intention is worship. If you are a parent, teach your children that knowledge is a light, not a weapon. And if you are simply reflecting tonight, let the calm of the journey remind you that every breath, every thought, and every lesson is a gift from Allah. Imam Ash-Shafi once said, "Whoever wishes that Allah opens his heart, let him leave the distractions of this world and reflect on the signs of Allah." So as the stars shine above and the road stretches ahead, let your heart rest in remembrance. Let your mind find peace in the story of this noble scholar who devoted his life to understanding the words of Allah. May Allah have mercy on Imam Ash-Shafi. May we be inspired by his sincerity, his humility, and his wisdom, and may we always seek knowledge that brings us closer to our Creator. Thank you for watching and listening to Muslim Philosophers. If you found peace in this story, please subscribe to our channel so that you can join us again for more stories of wisdom and faith. Until next time, may peace and blessings be upon you.